I feel one has to have a certain kind of edge or aggression or intensity to be able to shake up the world the way you have. But if someone's interacting with you in person, you're a very relaxed guy. That's what I spoke to you about in the plane as well, that how are you so relaxed, because you have a very heavy legacy behind you. I'd like to know about this intensity angle a little bit.
I think I always looked up to people, and I always wanted to reach there. I wanted to be like this person or like that person and wanted to be there. But I was actually not confident of going and reaching there. But the aspiration was always there. The fire in the belly was there. But I knew I was not capable. I knew that I didn't have the capacity. I knew that मैं कैसे पहुंचूंगा? What's the issue there? But I think over a period of time, one realized that if you keep on moving up, keep on trying, keep on making that effort, the effort and falling many times also during the course of that moving up itself gives you that experience to move up the value chain and reach there. So, the most difficult journey starts with a single step. But then you keep on taking those steps and it works. Surprisingly, when I tell people that if you're consistent, you can beat the best of people. And it has worked in my life. And I've seen so many ordinary people who have no capabilities. I'm seeing minus capabilities also in the field of activity. But with their consistent desire, that little fire in the belly, we must reach there. That is where people do aspire for. And it works. And it works across the board. Over a period of years, I've seen more and more people who are not so rich, not so capable, average intellect, average college records, reach extraordinary heights. Just by being consistent, persistent, and always there. And so have you.
Thank you, sir. I don't know where I'm taking things, but I didn't know where I was taking things either when I met you on that flight. And the biggest lesson I've learned from you is to just carry on. Keep moving forward, keep getting slightly better. There was a story you told me in the plane about your origins, your superhero origin story. I think it was age 35 where you really changed things up. Roughly.
That's right.
I'd love for you to repeat that story about your mid-30s, about how did you actually begin this business journey that you're known for today. But first, I'd also like to ask you about mid-30s, like in your 20s, what was happening? Like, what was up?
Well, the first part of the story is that I belong to a family of professionals, doctors. My father was a Padma Bhushan, Dhanvantri Award, Dr. Hiranandani, a famous ENT specialist, very well recognized, coming from a poverty background and becoming an extraordinary doctor, working very hard. So Niranjan Hiranandani looked at his father and elder brother, who was also becoming a doctor, and saying, I can't work so hard. So I don't want to be a doctor. So difficult to become a doctor. And I took the easiest thing out, which was to do commerce. And of course, in BCom, my father and his friend, Mr. Nani Palkiwala, persuaded me to do CA, which was not so easy. And I did that just because the two of them wanted me to do it. But I was always looking up to people who were in the business of business. My father's patients happened to be Mr. Birla, Ghanshyam Das Birla in those days, Mafatlals, who were the second biggest company in those days, the Tatas, of course, and all of them happened to be my father's patients. So I always used to meet them, and swanky big cars, big things, and you could see how successful they were. So there was something in the back of my mind that I thought it was the world of business. People talk about it being part of my family, but there was no one in my family who was even remotely into business.